Hello and welcome to the channel. If you haven't done so already, make sure to like and subscribe. And yeah, I appreciate that. So without further ado, let's go ahead and cover this story. So we all know that Honda is obviously going to be making a hybrid version of their vehicles, the new platform, or should I say the refresh. So we're going to have the hybrid Civic hatchback that's already been announced for the European market, which I'm going to cover here in this video. And then on the American market, it's going to be available on April, I believe, let me double check here. April 4th is going to be the reveal date for the HRV as well as the new Civic Hybrid. Well, the Civic Hybrid is going to be introduced or shown for the American market, but in that same what is it called, announcement or whatever, they're going to introduce the new HRV, the 2023 HRV. To be honest, I agree with some of you guys that says the HRV, the current ones that released for the other market, that looks really nice, and I don't know why they went to redesign it so we get something completely different than what the world will get. But the platform is going to be the same. What I mean by that is the powertrain. It's going to be the same powertrain. It's just, tuned differently for European market and as well as the United States market, or the American market is what they would call. So let's go ahead and cover what this new vehicle is. But like I said, this is the European market of it. The European market. Let's do it, man. Let's do it. Okay, so here we are. This is the Honda Civic Hatchback Hybrid. Honda has just unveiled the European version of the new Civic that is exclusively available in hybrid form. Wearing the EHEV badge, the model is celebrating 50 years of Civic hatchback while competing, completing, competing, completing. Is that completing or competing? Completing the electrification of European range. It sucks because the European market gets all the good shit. Like the Honda E, I would have loved to have that in the United States, even though it's a very limited vehicle. But still, it would have been something interesting for them to bring in over here. I don't know why they didn't do it. The Civic's EHEV powertrain is different from smaller Jazz and HRV models, being closer to the one from the CRV. It consists of 2 liter from a 2 liter four-cylinder engine working the Atkinson Cycle dual electric motors mounted at the front, and a lighter 72 cell lithium ion battery with increased density and mounted under the rear seats. The petrol engine is controlled by a new power control unit, resulting in thermal efficiency of 41%. The powertrain is shifting automatically between EV, hybrid, and engine drive modes without input from the driver, who has access to eco, normal, and sport individual settings. That is cool. The fact that you can put in different settings, but the car will do everything for you. That's what computers will do. They usually just put in the settings that you want, and then it will do that. But the fact that you can put in different settings, like individual settings, like sport, eco, blah blah blah, and I'm sure you can mix and match them. I'm assuming that you can do that, Honda, especially since you're saying individual settings. But we will have to see on that. So don't take what I'm saying here maybe with a grain of salt. I could be completely wrong on this. And eco just sets it at eco, normal, etc. Maybe you can have like your steering wheel can be at sport and your throttle response could be normal, or I don't know. I'm just spitballing here. The combined output is 101 horsepower and 232 feet-pound of torque, which is a ton of torque. Damn, for a hybrid. Sent to the front wheel through a fixed gear transmission. This makes the hybrid incrementally more powerful and significant torqueier than its predecessor. The 1.5 turbo, the VTEC turbo, which produced 180 horsepower and 177 foot-pound with the same engine, is still available for the US spec model. At the same time, the targeted WLTP CO2 emissions are less than 110 gram per kilometer, helping Honda comply with strict EU emission regulations. And yeah, the but unfortunately, that's just how it is. but Europeans regulations is very very strict, so that's why these car companies are actually not making certain vehicles, at least certain sport vehicles, like the Nissan. But anyway, visually, the spec Civic hatchback looks identical to the US spec model. Obviously, the look is just the same. It's just what's under the hood, and it's probably going to be weighing a lot more, so that's why they had to give it a little bit more torque. But that's just me thinking out loud. I could be wrong, I could be wrong about a lot of things, but I think the fact that they're giving it a little bit more oomph is because the car is going to be weighing a lot more because of the battery that's inside the vehicle. Settings aside, absence of headlight reflectors, the removal of visible chrome finished tail pipes at the back that are replaced by a black trim on the diffuser, plus the addition of the HEV badge communicating the electrified nature. The same applies for the inside the cabin with a honeycomb pattern on the dashboard and a 9-inch infotainment touchscreen with wireless Apple CarPlay, blah blah blah. Advanced grade also comes with a 10.2 digital instruments cluster and a fancier 12 speaker Bose sound system cabin. Space has been increased compared to the previous generation thanks to a 35mm 1.4 inches longer wheelbase. Coincident with Honda's strategy, the Civic HEV comes equipped with Honda sensing and all that good stuff, all that safety crap that you need. So let's go ahead and check out some of the photos. Um, I was gonna make a separate video um, for the HRV, but I'll just put it into this one. HRV is going to be announced at the same time the Civic is going to be well, the Civic's already announced, but the hybrid version, the Civic hatchback hybrid, is going to be announced at the same time the HRV. So those two are going to be announced on the same day, and then I think there's one more that's going to be announced as well too. I'm not sure if Honda's going to be taking out the veil for the CRV as well too and announce the three vehicles together. But who knows? We won't know until April 4th, and I'll be here to cover the whole thing. Hopefully, they live stream it. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if they're going to live stream it or whatever. But I do like these rims on the Civic Sport, man. Especially those black rims. Those are very nice. They're very nice. Just the interior, like I think they definitely nailed the design for the Civic hatchback. The 11th generation looks absolutely amazing. I love it, except for the sedan. The sedan has its quirks too, but I also like the design of the sedan as well too. But anyway, that's the video. If you enjoyed it, go ahead and give it a like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. I don't know what you're waiting for. It takes 2 seconds, doesn't cost you anything at all. It's completely free. All right? And yeah, man, have a wonderful day and enjoy the rest of your days because I'm out of here.